Hi, everyone, and welcome to Eye to Eye. Ralph Nader, of course, is no stranger to presidential politics. And this past weekend, the consumer advocate announced his plans to run as a third-party candidate. Again, he spoke to Meg Oliver about why he decided to jump in the fray.
I'm worried about both parties hurting workers and consumers and taxpayers and voters and the integrity of our electoral system and the destruction of a competitive democracy. Everybody should have an equal right to run for office and not be degraded with a second-class citizenship label. And I think that there's enough opposition to the two parties in public opinion polls to warrant more voices and more competition in the presidential campaign. I might add this: 24% of the people polled by Gallup thought the country was in a worse state. That's the lowest ranking that they've ever had. 61% of the American people by Gallup poll said that they thought that the two parties were not doing their job. So, you know, it's all you got to do is just read the headlines of your profession, whether it's newspapers, radio, television. There's a corporate crime wave. There's consumer fraud. Millions of people, 80% of the people, are worse off now, adjusted for inflation, than they were in 1973. The economy is very shaky because of Wall Street speculative greed, starting with the subprime mortgage racket. And when big business gets in trouble, they go to Washington to have Uncle Sam and the taxpayers bail them out. This is a very troubled time. We have this war quagmire in Iraq that is unconstitutional and illegal. We have laws and constitutions and treaties being violated right and left, and if the Democrats are not in doing this with the Republicans, they're not opposing and blocking it in the Congress. I think in 2004, the Democrats launched a massive assault on our ballot access, suing us 24 times in 12 weeks in state after state, harassing our petitioners. We have a major lawsuit filed last November against the Democratic National Committee and its collaborators on this point. This time we're going to be ready for them. We're going to have pro bono lawyers. We're going to make sure that whoever is the nominee for the Democratic Party is going to be held accountable if they try to violate our civil rights and abuse legal process. I think if you look at our website, votenader.org, you'll see how innovative it is and how exciting it's going to be, and how it lists all the major deprivations, injustices, and solutions in this country that are really ignored by Obama and Clinton and McCain. I want to make sure, for example, that pension holders and small investors and workers don't lose their retirement savings because of corporate fraud, which Attorney General Spitzer went after, because of all these subprime mortgage scams that are depressing stock values and shaking the bond market and destabilizing the economy and making a lot of people lose their homes. And of course, consumer groups have shown, whether it's in the credit card area, in the cell phone area, in the auto area, the ripoffs are wildly epidemic. There is very little law and order coming out of Washington and the state governments on corporate crime, fraud, and abuse.